Bob, Heather.
Leo, thank you very much. Joining us now to react and discuss further is Navy Reserve Intelligence Commander and former White House Senior Advisor Paul Chabot. Paul, I'm sure there are some military people watching us, and I certainly have friends in the military who would say vaccines, yeah, we got to get a lot of them, especially if we go overseas, things we never even heard of, we got to get them. What makes this different?
Yeah, so, great question. And I am approaching you and speaking as a civilian, not a member of DOD or Navy, but as a reservist that allows me to do that here publicly. Look, first, let me tell you that many of our shipmate sailors, airmen across this country, and I'm here in Texas and I hear it routinely, morale has never been lower in my 20 years of reserve service talking to our men and women in uniform. When we talk about the shot specifics, certainly I've been to Iraq and have been poked with many different things. But what's critical about this is that the research of what we have been poked with consistently has had longitudinal studies. There's concerns that people are bringing forward, very legitimate concerns about religious exemptions and others, mothers who just had a baby and are breastfeeding. And look, the bigger concern, it's not just kicking people out. It's people that are in or close to retirement, not giving them any option, any alternative. This is a complete career killer. And I really want to highlight the morale issue. Look, when we fight or lose battles and we watch those happen around the world, the morale of your enemy or your adversary is critical to watch. And right now, our morale is low because of Afghanistan, and low because of how we're treating our troops across this country here at home, and low because our National Guard has to flood the southern border to do what the federal government should be doing. There's a trifecta that is very dangerous for our readiness across the globe.
So the morale and these vaccine mandates, is this impacting troop readiness? Because we're hearing about, potential issues with Russia at the border of Ukraine, also the situation between China and Taiwan. Are our troops ready, or is this a distraction?
Look, our troops will always do the best they can to be ready for conflict. The question that Congress needs to ask is, are we capable of fighting two wars at the same time today as we are directed to do? And could we not just fight, but could we win those with a growing adversary of China in the Pacific, Russia bulking up against the Ukraine? This is a readiness issue, and it's not just the men and women that are currently serving now. It is who is going to join the military going forward. We know that many of those kicked out of the Air Force were in their first weeks of recruitment. So not only do we have a retention issue, we're going to have a recruitment issue, and we have a crisis on our hands. And it is clearly the incompetence of what we're seeing come out of this administration.
All right. Paul Chabot, thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Coming up.